It's not really fun to watch or make videos about how FM26 is a bit of a mess. So today we see if we can take Wolfsburg to the next round of the Women's Champions League, also known as the semifinals, for the first time since the 22/23 season. As you can see here, we drew in the first game 2-2. The other games you can see there. I've also updated the badges in the game, and I will have a video coming out soon about how to update your badges and league names, and also get Germany and Japanese national teams to work, which is part of the name fix thing. Now, I'm going to mark this as episode 5 on the thumbnail. Really, I've used Wolfsburg in a couple of streams to look at transfers, so I'm going to do a very brief overview of those as well as our fixtures. As you can see here, it's gone quite well. We did lose to Bayern Munich in the German Cup, but after that, we've done all right. We dominated the first game against Lyon with 24 shots and 9 on target. We doubled their XG. We've somehow ended up with a draw and having to claim it in the 86th minute. And from a transfer activity, just very briefly here, we've signed Bunny Shaw on a free, who is elite. She's going to replace Alexandra Popp. And we've also signed Carolyn Weir. I think at one point I called her Veer because German and all that, but she's Scottish, and she's probably going to replace Huth. And I've highlighted the two players we're replacing, and it's sad because Alexandra Popp is elite. Why is the appearances over here away from the goals? But whatever. She's got 36 goals in all competitions, which seems a bit broken. The more broken thing is she wants to triple her wages. It's also hilarious to me that they have done some things to fix spreadsheet columns in FM26, but now I have columns just randomly hopping around. So I'm gonna go play a league game and then we'll come back for Lyon. And I promise this will not just be a video of complaints, but this is another example of how this game just needed more time in the oven. The title race heads to the wire. You used to get a message with the other competitors, the other teams, with like the run-in of their games. You now just get a message. I'm sure they'll fix it. Also, what is all this space down here? I think this is my first proper FMing in FM26. 31 shots, which some people said, there's too many shots in FM26. I can't speak to the men's game. It's pretty accurate for VfL Wolfsburg women in comparison to real life. They do often put up that many shots and that many on target against worst opposition, which Union Berlin is in 9th place. They get a red card in the 79th minute, but our keeper has an absolute stinker in the first half and does a 6.2. We end up losing. Fantastic. In other news in the Women's Champions League, Barcelona just barely gets past Arsenal, so massive match in the quarterfinal there. And Chelsea also squeaks by PSG. I was going to say the media prediction was pretty even, but it actually says by fans and pundits, with a very specific 266,507 fans and pundits apparently voting. That's so random. I should have mentioned earlier that we've missed out with some injuries. So Bield is out for another month or two with a stress fracture in her foot, and Lynette is out with a sprained knee ligament injury for another 2 weeks. The media asked me about our goalkeeper's recent performance, which is fantastic, but our backup has had like a neck injury and is just now coming good. I was feeling pretty confident until we, got to the part where we lost to 9th place, even though they lost a player for, it was like 15 minutes at the end of the match, and we went very attacking and pressing and all that kind of stuff. So it is what it is, and here we are. Anna Hegerberg is in early. Okay, it's offside. Okay, lovely. Now, I do have us playing positive. It's just a minute and a half into the game now. We're at home, and I feel like we should be able to take advantage. It is raining again. I do think there is a bug with the rain. It's like 95% of the games I've played, it's been raining. That's just a bit odd to me. But I wonder if that means we should play it a little bit longer, like more standard passing than shorter because of the pitch. Ball forward to Brand here on the wing. Good tackle by Levels. Making sure it wasn't like a red card. Corner comes in. Flicked up. Oh, it hits the bar. It was not tipped by the goalkeeper. We're about 17 minutes into the match here. They've got the XG advantage, was like 0.03 to 0.15. So, we've created essentially nothing, and they've created a little bit of nothing. Ball in on the wing there. Huth goes back out, plays it back to Bousset. Ming, whatever her name is. Oh, just over, or just wide. That looked over from the camera angle. But, an early shot, does that double our XG? Do we now 0.06? Let's see when we get to the next, after the highlight, I guess. Wendy Renard, excellent player, plays it over. They're building out of the back. Oh, and we intercept it. Nice turn, quick. Huth is looking for an outlet. She has got 4 players around her. Probably wisely there, plays it back, Levels, driving forward. You know, I need to check something. I don't think I have supporting runs on over and underlap on the wings. That was against Union Berlin, but we'll check it. We played in though, and oh, it's blocked. I was like, how did she miss that? That was a 6-yard box. You got to get that on target. Let's actually check that. Nope, our supporting runs are balanced. So this is our normal tactic. We're up to 0.47 on the XG to their 0.19. Again, just to kind of give you some context of how the game has gone early. We just need one goal, and then we can try and defend or at least go balanced against them while they're pushing. They're without Lindsay Heaps, which is a big loss for them. Can we take advantage? We're driving forward. Yes! 4 goals in 8 matches. 1 every other game. To be fair, she's not started many of them. She's kind of been Lyonnais' backup. I have been using Lyonnais in that. Okay, when it cuts like the highlight like that, you go like, wait, is it disallowed? Lyonnais is so pacey. We've been using her, at least originally, with the the wing play and playing out there in out of possession. I did have some people who are familiar with the women's game go, why have you been putting Bousset on the bench? And it's just, just is what it is. Is what it is. You'll notice if we see... Okay, wait for it. Ooh, they're carving us up. Katato, who messed us up a lot in the first game. She scored both goals. Both. B-O-L-T-H, apparently. Pings it in. Keeper, what are you doing? Flapping about. Flapping about. But you'll notice that it doesn't say Lyon at the top. That's because if you do the match, or not the match fixing, the name fixing, it only applies before you start a save. Again, I'll have a video coming out about how to do that. I have noticed the badge download that I have that has fixed the Lyon badge, for example, has not fixed the Strasbourg women's badge. So I've got to look into that a little bit. But it definitely helps a little bit with that immersion that we've lost. Katato, oh dear. She had her on toast there, I think. Is that the phrase? Highlights are coming thick and fast here. It was right after that ball went over. Endemann. She loves to dribble. Oh, Baca just waited. Or Bacha, whatever her name is. Wendy Renard. Okay. Plays it back. They've got that midfield through the DM. Oh, okay, I was going to say that was a foul, clearly. They call it back, though. Are we marking somebody here? Endemann was just marking space. I don't understand. That's just poor. Okay, good tackle there. Poor is in like poor coding. Why would you... I'm going to cover the space down the line. Maybe I'm missing something that I don't think that actually happens in games, but maybe it does. Brand pings another one in. Katato's there. Ooh, another one up. Oh my gosh. They've hit the bar again, and then a good block there at the end. Goodness me. Katato on the 7.0. Really the only player playing well. And we do have, let's just actually check that. We do have our right back, which would be up against her on fullback. So she's not really getting as forward. I'm wondering if we should switch the DM and box-to-box midfielder. I think I am going to go balance, though, because we do have the 1-goal lead. So less risk, more recycled possession. I'm tempted to go like on a counter, but... Ooh, that was a little casual, but it works. Pop gets over. Bousset. She pings another... Oh, that was nervy times. So we get to the half with that 1-goal lead. You'll note that their XG has skyrocketed, probably because a couple of those Katato chances down here on the match momentum. Let's see what we can do about that. So I have switched Pettimores and Ming here, where we're going to put her on screening defensive midfielder. The reason for that is it's hold position and cautious, so she's not going to get as far forward. She's also on the DM in possession, and we move Pettimores off of that box-to-box into more of a deep line playmaker, and then we'll leave Huth there as the advanced playmaker. We may change that or maybe even drop her here, but I'm hoping having that, switching of the DM and also removing the box-to-box midfielder will give us more help against Katato on their left, our right. Kicking off second half, Endemann does her in. Down the... Ooh, cuts. Oh, Katato took out some vengeance. Referee. 45 seconds in the second half. A goal here would do wonders. Catley is our set piece taker here. She steps up. She's going to ping it. She does. And it's headed away by Lawrence. Do we get another highlight? We do. Levels takes the throw, tosses into Huth, plays it back. Levels pings it over to Pettimore. Got some space. She's got the person at the top of the box. Huth curls it, but just wide. Lovely chance there. All right, 54th minute. Yohannes playing it out of the back. She's going to tap it over to Catley, who we generally trust with the ball at her feet. What are we doing? Bouncing the ball back to the keeper, and then she does that. What was that business right there? Goodness me, we're going to concede from... Ooh, good cover, but off of the keeper is just having a mare. She is just having a mare, folks. I cannot. So we put it back on positive, and we're going to put Pettimore's back on box to box. I'll leave them switched on their sides. That is 100% the keeper. What's the rating? Surely the rating's got to drop from a 6.8. I mean, that was just all around bad. Playing out of the back, poor positioning. Maybe you could argue the entire defense deserved that, but, I mean, it was just... That clearance was woeful. I didn't get a chance to check their XG here, but we're coming down Grosso. Everyone's dropping deep. We got somebody way out on the wing. There you go. Brand is there, but she's going to go. Nice interception by Levels. That's a little aggressive. That's another one by Catley. Oh, we played her in, and they're going to score. Nope, I thought she was going to ping that in there. Instead, it falls to Brand, who's going to cut it back. The recycling now. Don't give up a penalty. What a shot. Just a bit wide. Ah, jeez. Oh, we cut straight to the ball coming in from a corner. Interesting. Interesting highlight. Like, what's happening? Long ball forward. Oh, thank you, FM24. Or if you're Ibrahim Kanate, you head that forward every single time when you should just maybe collect it because you have 4 teammates around you. And that's over from Huth. It was always going over. But showing a bit of a sign of life here. They've created all the XG. It's not been our best game. Huth pings it in. It's headed away, but we collect. Pettimore's. Huth is back on side. Pettimore's is there. She had a runner. Oh, that would have been amazing. Can you imagine if that had gone in? What a shot that would have been. Okay, 15 shots now. We woke up a little bit. Got a couple away. Let's take a look at the squad here. Left back, not having a best day. So we're going to slide Catley over and bring on Vedemeyer for that left center back spot. We go straight to a highlight after that for Svava. One from the training ground. They play it back. Again, Katato, who's now interesting. That's interesting. She's now on the right. I probably need to check that. Oh, I thought she was going to intercept that, but she doesn't. Katato then plays in Brand on the wing and taps it over. And how? Oh, it's blocked. Okay, to be fair, I was like, how did she send that to the 15th row there? No, Katato is normally still on the left. Oh, are we going to end up with penalties? Alexandra Pop, after talking her up so much, has not been that good in any game that I've had, on or off screen. Maybe she's more of that wing play target forward. That's where she wanted to play. That's what her contract negotiations said that she wanted to play. Catley plays it down the wing. Lovely. Takes a touch. Endeman is there, but is she offside? Referee? Referee says nothing. Referee says nothing. It was so hard to see. I wonder if this camera angle will be better. Bousset. Maybe that's how you say it. Cuts it back. I think she was onside when the ball was hit, but it doesn't matter. She taps it in. Endeman has been so good. She's been so good. I'm going to wait for the highlight, and now we're going to consider doing some changes. Okay, we're going to drop Huth out of possession into more of that central midfield, clogging up the middle here. I've moved Catley in possession to a fullback because we don't need to go score another goal necessarily, he says, famous last words. I've dropped us to more disciplined and hold shape and left everything else the same. We're going to confirm those changes and see how we get on. And I think we dropped it to balanced, as you might imagine. Of course, 3 minutes later, the ball comes in, keeper. Oh gosh, I mean, she's somehow on a 6.8. I guess that's okay until she throws it straight to a white jersey here. White kit, whatever you want to say. Ooh, 8 seconds? Is she going to give up a corner? Okay, she tosses it. Oh my... What was that? I mean, genuinely, what was that? Doinks it off the central defender's head, who wasn't paying attention. That's on both of them. Clock is ticking. We're in the final seconds here. I didn't make any subs, did I? Or maybe just the one. I'm fine with that. We are through to the semifinals of the Women's Champions League for the first time since 2023, my friends. But as you can see here, that Lyon logo looks so much better than the thing that comes stock with the game because they don't have the license. Oh, and I guess you can already see we get to take on Barcelona. Fantastic. We receive 160,000 euros for that, and now our projected balance at the end of next season is a negative 5.29 million. Excellent. So that's where we'll leave it here today, my friends. The next episode will be the doubleheader against Barcelona. I'm essentially going to play this until we got knocked out of the Women's Champions League, or we win the whole thing. But if you enjoyed that, hit the like button, subscribe, and we'll see you next time.